Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I apologize. I'm also eating at the same time because I made food. But today, it's going to go back to a game that came out roughly 2012 that was remastered in 2020, Kingdoms of Amalur. This one being the Re-Reckoning since it's the newer version. And since I don't have much to talk about, we'll go straight into the game.
And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to
This will be a
understand
fresh
the
start,
mistakes we
nothing
have
new.
made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and the mutual
Dame, welcome in.
faith
Hope you're doing well.
But Gadflow,
Ooh, bloody spell.
the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen.
That's a bad
Terrible
picture.
and deadly.
We'll pause this. I should have the picture on my computer. 'Cause I will always be distracted by food. I do have it. This is what I'm eating. It's just a rice bowl with some kimchi and some pickled daikon and then some pork. But it is delicious. Kimchi and rice is like kind of my comfort food at this point.
Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born
made kimchi
in
on
East,
Monday,
beneath
so I'm gonna be eating
Gadflow's
that.
crystalline fortress of Amathen.
One of my favorites for sure.
In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death.
Thank you. It is
Such two
delicious.
are fallen on the
It's just a quick
battlefield
kimchi.
would soon rise again.
Takes, if
For
you're
the
familiar
Fae
with this,
don't
it could take
know
about 30
death
minutes
as
to
we
make.
do.
Then
How
I'd
could we
personally say
stand
let them
against
sit for a few
such
hours.
force?
However,
For
it's
10
delicious.
years, the war raged. For 10 years, the armies of men in Alfar fought and died.
This version you
And as our
can.
numbers dwindled,
I've made it in just like
we knew
a
that it
steel,
was only a
one of
matter
those,
of
you know,
time.
those thin stainless
Our
steel
fate
like
had
mixing
been
pots
written.
or
At
pans,
least,
bowls.
that's what we believed.
I've made it in that.
Until you died.
In the picture, until I died. We're gonna pause again real quick. So this is, I just have a glass jar, and I made it and then threw it in there just so I could clean the other dish. And then I just let it sit for a little while. But it's pretty simple. It's a very, very quick kimchi. It's not a fermented kimchi, so it's a lot less effort. If you remind me, I think the mutual one we're in is Waxes. If you just remind me in Discord, I can send you the link to the one I made. It doesn't use too many ingredients. I believe it's salt and water, Napa cabbage as the base. You like blanch the cabbage, and then ginger, garlic, fish sauce,
What do you think this one is then?
pear,
Alpha.
Asian pear, or a sweeter apple.
Even be in Jotun. Always a surprise.
I don't
figure
think
out.
I am. I think I'm
Eyes on the
almost at the
job,
max
boy.
number of Discords I can be in.
What it is.
I'm at like 50
Dead's
something.
Dead. And be
So I don't even
thankful
remember
for
all
that.
of the ones I'm in, to be
All
fair.
we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report one way
wish I
or
could
the
have more.
other.
Oh. Let's see, what do we want to be? Detect hidden, lockpicking, alchemy, dispelling, stealth, persuasion. Lockpicking, detect hidden sounds fun. I thought that they changed. Didn't they change it to like 50 something? I remember hearing something about like 55 or 58 or something weird like number in there. I could be wrong, and I could have just tried to stay right around that level. How can we? I feel like detect hidden and lockpicking would be the most useful. Ooh. We'll go with no gods. That's fair. I'm in a lot of them for, you know, a lot of friends, honestly. They have horrible wizard beards. Hello. Nah. That makes sense. Yeah, I have a lot of different friends ones.
Must have been a
I have a few that are just for like usually computer games or like other discords that I like. That's it.
All right then.
I have a lot of
Make sure it goes
ones
into
with
the
my
report.
friends. A lot.
You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done. Put him with the others.
We'll just go with default name because I'm never gonna actually care about it. It's not a multiplayer game, it's a single player game.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
Oh, I actually have the recipe up. So this, I know it pauses the game. This is the one I was using. So this is all the ingredients. It's super, super easy. So yeah, those three are all how you to blanch the cabbage. Then it's onion. The pear is, my opinion, better, but sweet apple does work. Garlic, fish sauce, gochugaru. If you ever do make it, get gochugaru specifically because regular chili flakes are not as good. They have a much different flavor profile. I've never used plum extract. I should try it. Ginger, sugar, green onions I did put in, but they're not required. And it's super easy. And then I just got a little glass jar that I put it in. Well, it's not that little, but it's a glass jar that I picked up from the Walmart for like $10. And it's super nice just to have kimchi on hand. I think your best bet if you don't want to have to deal with the time that it takes for a fermented kimchi plus not getting that clay pot that they commonly use, will be those quick or instant or emergency kimchis. And the whole point of those is, oh my gosh, my family's run out of kimchi. Let me make something really quick. It's a travesty if you run out of kimchi. It's just, the world will never be the same.
They're all over. Run!
Huh, that looks unfortunate.
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
Ooh, money. Looks like I can go that way. That's fair. Honestly, I like fermented and or pickled foods a lot. Oh wait, I just came from here, didn't I? Like how I literally spun around and left the room I started in. I'm real good at games. I like having different things prepped and ready to go. I need to not have so little energy and actually make my food when I need to.
Stay away!
Because I'll often forget that I have food or not have the energy. And then I'll waste a bunch of produce. And I really gotta stop that. Because it's a waste of money and food.
No child of dust shall escape.
Help! Anybody!
You! Up there, please help me! More
Please!
scum? No matter. You'll all die.
That's fair. I get like that all the time. Like I think,
Oh, thank you.
oh, I wanted to loot
Thank
things.
you. If you hadn't come along,
I think June 16th, roughly. I hadn't made anything from then till August.
you were dead.
A couple days into August.
By the
Just didn't have any
stone it
energy.
worked. You're alive. You died. I don't know how or even where, but your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow
Yeah.
it
Which sucks, 'cause
worked.
it's like half a
The
month.
well
There's a couple
restored your
days, it's not
soul
too
to
bad.
your body,
But to
and
be like
it worked. We must
2-3
interview
weeks,
Professor Hughes right away. He'll
I gotta
have
go back
questions
through my
for
fridge
you.
and make sure, like, I'm pretty sure half the potatoes I bought are sprouting, or all of the potatoes I bought are sprouting, and
Oh my, you don't know.
it sucks, but
Perhaps the process
it is what it
damaged
is.
your memory. They are the Tuatha Deon, the enemies of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland, not even during the invasion. I don't know why they are here. Hughes may have the answer to that as well. You must stay alive and reach him. Professor Formerus Hughes, the Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes.
I
Now,
plan on
let's
growing them
get
eventually,
going.
so that I can, make use of, I
He'll
don't
be in his
know,
study on
know.
the ground floor of the tower. At least, let me get this door.
I would like to grow potatoes. I would like to grow not only like regular, your standard,
You,
very starchy potatoes, but I'd love to grow all of the types that I can find. They're so useful for so many dishes. Also yams and sweet potatoes. Especially like Korean sweet potatoes. Oh, I love those. They're so delicious. You just can cover them in foil, throw them over some hot coals, and you have such a delicious little meal. Nope. Probably should put the pants on. Alright, critical hit, critical hit.
this is what they're after. Our greatest invention, the Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war, an end to death.
Ooh. That sounds pretty good.
We're in one of the storerooms. See if you can find anything useful.
I know it's super, super easy, and I just keep on forgetting to do it, which is a problem. But I have an air fryer where I live, and it's so easy to just take a very simple, like, a sweet potato, poke some holes in it, throw it in foil, or just run it without foil, but I liked it how it keeps in the moisture a little bit. But they're good both ways. Just throw them in the air fryer, and it's delicious.
Wait, do you hear something? More to Arthur!
Explosions. The mod fodder. I was going low key. Yeah, those ones are always tasty. Loki, are you streaming tonight?
Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us.
That's good at least.
It's
always good when you win. Okay. I'll probably be in. I might be lurking like usual because I have a feeling I'll be very tired tomorrow. My schedule today was 10:30 to 1900, so 7 p.m. And then tomorrow I start at 7 a.m. So I'm sure I will be very, very tired tomorrow. And then next week I won't be on very much at all because I will be working from 1 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware. Their speed more than makes up for their size. More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly.
Yeah, the bouncing schedules get annoying. It's not very frequent. This is very unique circumstance because I deal with training and due to just timing, a lot of people have left or they're on vacation. So the schedules are a little odd. Oh shit, is that the commander? How's it going? Lord Commander himself. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. My kimchi, that's what's good. I will slowly get through it over the course of this time.
Look at the mortal vermin scattered.
I'll show you real quick. This is my my dish for the day. Oh heck yeah, Dame. This is my current dish. I'm glad you came. It's pretty delicious. The pickled daikon along with
Blossoms only respond in the presence of
the kimchi.
Perhaps there is more to you than incredible.
I really like I like all of them. Alright, let's see what these guys got. You think your beans just quaked? Oh my. Oh, behave. Wax! Welcome in. How you doing, buddy? I was lurking when I was at work on ya, but just calling him mod father, mod daddy. Just don't forget to include the ooh woo afterward. I just call you the mad fada. That's all I do. And then, was it Lilo that got it in the head, in your guys' head, or your head, Loki, to make me and him Pimp Daddy whatever? Like for me, it's Pimp Daddy Sin in your Discord.
Completely covered the tunnel. Maybe you could use that staff to burn a path through. Not more spiders. Burn them. Burn them.
Now you're just gonna imagine Vanilla Ice being called Poppy. Just change up the name of the song, or the lyrics of the song to, you know, Vanilla Ice, Ice Poppy.
Hurry, get out of here.
I don't like when they tell me to hurry up in games when there's loot to be had.
You're not one of them. Eat some. Get alive. And who is this? That's what I intend to find out. He came out of the well.
What? Then he'd better get inside to see the old man. Quick, before those Twatha make another push.
This is where we part ways. But take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you. Just make sure you get your shoes. We can hold off the Tuatha here. I suppose these might be able to help.
Oh nice, 5% and I made it.
Realize what you are.
You can tell it's an older game, because 5% you can actually pass.
He's directly ahead, in his study. Just keep going past the top of the well. He needs to see you. Right now, you're the most valuable thing in his world. I'll see you on the outside, if fate wills.
Ooh, loot.
Plate armor. Nothing protects quite leather armor is thin, but will give you the speed to reach an enemy's throat. Simple cloth frees your body and mind. That's why.
All right. What do we want to go with? Do I want to go with like a rogue? Do I want to go with a wizard?
Mages prefer it.
Mm-hmm. Or if there's a slight delay between different jumps. So you hit jump just a little bit too soon. You hit the ground, but you can't jump again in time. It's always fun. Nope, I just came this way. Been done that a lot. I've run back the way I came. I will get to the next conversation, then I'll eat more. Loki, have you done any more steaks recently? Any tasty, delicious looking steaks?
You've made it, and look at you. Even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing, the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality.
That's fair.
And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another.
Now, where's the fancy, the ramen picks, you know?
You don't know. They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fey folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The
Oh, that's
never
fair.
touched Dalantarth. And why attack the well?
I hope it's not all the tickets you would have gotten from playing that driving sim game. See how you driving that? You only got a couple trailers stuck up on guardrails.
The Fae are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on their pseudo-feudal court system alone.
Yeah, this is a quite old game in comparison to modern ones, so you can't like select things otherwise without your
We're
moves.
standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. And there's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. Side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No.
Ah,
If only we
yeah, I
had
probably
more
should take care of
time.
those a little bit. Hopefully it don't take too long. I believe in you.
I wish I
Don't know
could
if
tell
that
you
sounded
more,
convincing.
but
I do actually believe in
it's
you.
a mystery to me as well.
It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the
Yeah, I can
souls
see why
of
they
the
might be a little
recently
annoyed.
deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right. The Tuatha are a radical splinter of the Fae. Insane, bloodthirsty, and immortal. Even when they die, their essence returns home to be reborn later. They hate mortals like you and me, and want us wiped off the face of Amalur. I can only imagine how much they hate the idea of mortals being
I
reborn.
appreciate it. Good luck in your hunting.
It's been my life's work. Decades of research with a singular goal, ending death itself. And now, you're the only proof that it's a success. But why did it work on you and no one else? What makes you different from the others? There are so many questions to ask, and if we're to get any answers, we've
no.
got to get you someplace
I was the
safe.
kid who used to flip power breakers if my siblings cheated in single-player games until they
Too much to
screamed
explain right now.
that their game
The Tuatha
crashed, and then I
come
was
to
like,
some
haha, I
point.
found it.
I don't believe they know about you.
I was one of
Nor
those
yet.
kids.
What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here.
Yeah.
I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe.
It wasn't actually a very smart idea. I just did it anyway.
Yes, you're right. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait, where are you going?
Fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow...
Yes, as I was saying,
That
I'm
ass
not
is flat.
sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have breached the lab! They're inside the...
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
Look at him go. So I gotta be careful of people who can hit your ankles. It's like, oh no, the whole building's collapsing. Let me loot real quick. 1 second.
Get moving, you brute! Tear this tower apart!
Ooh, good boy. Ooh. This game has pretty good music. Does it have loot? I love me some loot. Damn, that's all the loot there is. Yeah, the music is pretty good. I played this game quite a long time ago now, back in, well, around the time it came out, so 2012 era. And the original game, not the remaster. I found the remaster on sale, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a try again. I think it was a while ago that I picked it up, and I just never played it. Ooh, level up. Hidden treasures. I like hidden treasures. Now, the thing is, do I want to be a mage, an archer, sneaky dagger user? I don't remember what came out around the same time as this. It never got super big. I don't know if you've ever read any of the Faerun books, like Legend of Drizzt by R.A. Salvador. But this is the game that he helped write the story of. I like most of his stuff, so decided to pick it up a long time ago. So the original Legend of Drizzt books came out, and honestly, the older ones, I don't like the newer ones of them, personally. They make me sad. However, the first one came out in the 80s. But if you wanted some solid ones, these are the... So the Crystal Shard was the first one, I believe. Yeah. And chronologically, Homeland, Exile, and Sojourn are the beginning of this character's story. And then it goes to the original books. And they have a few others, quite a few others. There's 39 books. I've read... I have not read all of them. I have to sort... I should pick them up again to catch up. But they're pretty good. They take place in the same world, actually, as Baldur's Gate. Just not in the same time. Baldur's Gate takes place later in the storyline of that world. But, yeah, it's the story of a drow. I don't know if you've played Baldur's Gate 3 at all. Alright, we're gonna be magic-y people. Why not? Why the heck not?
Thank Matharu. Another survivor. Are there any more?
That's fair. At least the first, like, 9 books or so. Has there really only been that many? Let me look back. Let's go look Wikipedia. I've read these 3. They're good. I've read these 3. They're not bad. Legacy. Siege of Darkness. I think these ones weren't too bad. House of Darkness. These ones are pretty decent. Servant of Shard. These ones I really liked. This is personally the last ones that I kind of enjoyed. These ones I didn't personally enjoy, but they're not bad. I just didn't like the route that he went with the story. But it's his world and or his storyline, so I can not like it, but it's what happened. These ones, like, they're well written, but I just didn't like the path that it took. And I haven't seen any of these ones. They came out after I sort of stopped. Do you mean like me reading a book? Like me reading it out loud, or do you... Which variety of that? I could. If people had an interest in it, I would. I wouldn't be able to do very well for the different voices, depending on the character.
I suppose that's a little bit of kindness from.
But no, that would be an interesting
May
one to
those
do.
still trapped inside rest peacefully.
It kind of follows along.
This was
I've
supposed
offered
be a
to,
nice,
if somebody had like a
isolated
short story or
So
something that
much
they
for
wanted me
that.
to read, I would do it. Just a
From
recording
what
and
it
then send it
seems,
back to
was one
them.
of the greatest minds of
But
our
I
generation.
haven't.
The Well of Souls was a dream that was
I could.
almost
I'd have to go
too
find my
good
books
to be
again. I believe they're all in Arizona, which is many thousands of miles away. Really? Interesting. I just feel like unless somebody, if you missed out, would it be sad? Like if you missed like the first couple chapters of a book and you came in a couple chapters in, would that be still enjoyable?
Who knows why the Tuatha hate mortals? Who knows why the Fae do half the things they do? The well was a beautiful dream, and into
Though I
death,
suppose if I
pure
were to record them
tragedy.
and then upload them
It
like on
would have
YouTube or
made
something
war
and somebody could catch
pointless.
up.
It could have saved the
There are
world.
ways around that, I
We should
understand.
have known it was too good to exist. Now
I
our
wouldn't mind
friends
doing
have
that, though.
paid the price.
I don't want to only do games. Right now, that's all I do because I don't have anything else to the point where I could do it at the moment. But things that are of a different vein than just gaming, to me, are of an interest. Because while they're fun,
But I've never seen you in the tower. Were you one of the professor's assistants?
unless
in the
somebody's asking
downstairs
specific like
projects?
questions or a
Did he
topic gets
escape with you?
brought up, maybe if the game has some sort of story that you can learn. I mean, that's fair. But I wonder, I don't know, for books, I wonder if it would be the same or not.
That sounds like him.
But I'm also very
Professor
odd when
Hughes
I
was very
look at a
thoughtful.
story, I like to know it from the beginning. I'll restart
He
something if I
he
forgot
is
what it
very
is.
Thoughtful. I'm sure he found a way to get out. He must have.
But that is definitely something I should
We
look
be
into.
safe here, at least.
I saw you fighting there. We could have used more of you.
Did he really have a troll?
I don't know how the Tuatha found us, but If they had a troll,
But I would like to definitely do some stuff that's not gaming.
fate was
Just
kind to collapse that doorway
change it up a
behind
little
you,
bit.
or they would have chased us into the glade.
Plus, then it would get me back into reading.
We started building here when they found Prismere in the mine. Good luck out there.
We're gonna run and do the first quest, and then we're gonna come back and loot everything, because I will loot everything.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh? Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it
That
are
is
two
very fair.
different things.
I think that'd be something that would be fun, like on a Friday night or something, relaxing. I know Friday night's usually for, for partying or
Did he?
whatever, but
Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes's success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that. I wish I could, but times are tough. You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all...
I know one
see
thing
the
that I
world
have been
differently.
asked to do, and I will eventually, when I get like a camera for it and whatnot, is do cooking streams. But those are shorter. Unless I made a very complex meal, like a lot of things don't take nearly as long.
You're the one. Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Oh, my... So I can. The issue is when at the moment, the oven that I have, I'm not quite sure that it burns all the gas. It's a gas oven. So I am not quite sure that it burns it all properly.
What?
So at the moment I do not bake,
What
but I
are
have.
you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before.
Yeah, like I turned it on and
I've
like,
never
yeah,
seen
the
anyone
flame came on,
manipulate
but
the right
also
recipe.
it smelled heavily
You
of
just changed
unburnt
how
gas.
the
And I'm like,
world was supposed to work.
let's
How did you
not.
do that?
I don't really want this to escape into the room.
You just... Fate is the will of the gods.
What I have.
No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible?
Usually basic things for
Come
baking.
here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you.
I don't know. Have
I
you
promise
seen
not to tell
the
you
other
if
dishes that I
speak of
make?
death.
Oh, it looks like ads are about to start. So I might pause myself and then talk after them.
It's a gift. Some people paint
But I can show you some of the
landscapes,
cooking that I've
other
done after the
people write
ads
poetry.
are done.
I peer into the weave of fate and see people's deaths.
Oh, they're in a minute.
That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes. You're nervous. Relax. This is what Fate Weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much. Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion. Hard
That
to
is
make
true.
out, but undeniable.
One thing I really want to make,
Yours is just
and it'll
missing.
we're gonna
This doesn't make sense. All
my
mortal
roommate
creatures have a
and or
place in the
landlord,
pattern.
he's both.
You should have one too.
Some of his family's coming over for Thanksgiving,
This is true. And I'm not saying
so we're gonna have to cook food. And since our oven is kind of sus, we're gonna just get a new one. So once that happens, then I can start doing baking. One of the things I would like to make, ad should be starting very soon, so I will stop talking and I'll continue after they're done. But I want to make a pistachio baklava cheesecake. Really wish they would start on time. They do. It is definitely something I would like to make.
I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting.
I just need to
changing
make
so
it
rapidly.
when people
I
at
can't
work
make
might want
sense
to eat
of
it.
them. Normally the threads would guide
Assuming
my
it comes
hand
out
to the
well,
cards,
I'll bring it into
and
work.
I use those
Because I will
cards to
not
see
eat it.
your
I'll
pattern
eat one
in the
slice,
weave.
maybe, and I'll be done
It
with
just
sweets
didn't
for
happen.
probably a month.
They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you.
Oh, ads. I'll just eat while I wait. Are they already? No, they're not. So that was one of the dishes I made. Hmm. I took a much bigger bite than I should have. So this one, the presentation was not very good. This is when I was in the military over in Korea. Very small kitchen, and I didn't really do much plating, but I wanted to take a picture of it. This one was a banh mi burger. So it's based on the Vietnamese street food banh mi. Classic banh mi. And I will go on a tangent for food every time. If somebody asks me, about food, I will probably go on a tangent about it. So that's an example of banh mi. Banh mi. So that's the more traditional version, and then this is like a version I did to make it like a burger. It turned out amazing. I liked this a lot. I don't think that I've had boar. I've had pig, like pork. Obviously, I just had some. I don't know if I've had like wild pig or boar. I'm pretty sure I've had ostrich. I'll have to give it a try. I've had bison. I've had either ostrich or emu. I'm not sure which one it was. Obviously, turkey. That's a pretty standard one to have had in America. Delicious. I mean, I had a bison burger, so it was ground. And it was, I mean, it's not much different than beef, to be honest. There's a little bit of a difference, but not, I didn't have it enough to really grasp the difference based on the other things that are in it. Venison has a kind of a gamey deer. It has a kind of a, oh, this one's fish. This was ahi tuna. So it's fish. Venison is amazing. I've done other versions of it. These were just the ones I made in Korea. Like I made this for a friend's birthday. This was around the time I started to try to get into plating. It was right around the time I like. Yeah, whatever. I don't remember the time, but this is around when I started to try to get into plating. Borscht, corn casserole. Thing is, like, a lot of the dishes I didn't take pictures of. Like, I don't think that this looks very appetizing. It's delicious. I just didn't think it looked very appetizing. This looked good. But this is much further back in time, when I used to just throw food on a plate. It was good, though. The plating wasn't very good. One thing I would like to do once I have an oven that I trust to cook in is I would like to make the Vietnamese version of a French baguette. It's like the Vietnamese baguette, because it's slightly apparently sweeter, except for instead of making it a full loaf. Okay. If I remember, I usually end up lurking a lot most everywhere I go. And then if somebody raids out, I never see them. I lurk so much. Probably not the best thing, but I think this one was venison. This was a venison burger that I made not too long ago. This was like a couple weeks ago. I try to, especially before, if people are online before I go to work, I try to, yeah, as a pickle. I had a big old gallon jar of pickles. So I sliced some up. No. I don't think I have pictures of it. Speaking of pickles, I have another. I've made kimchi pickles. I don't know if they're not very pickly, but it was just like I took the leftover juice and like the seasonings that hadn't stayed on the kimchi when I ate it that were in the bottom of the dish. I poured that into a container with oil or with a vinegar, and then I put pickles or cucumbers in that and let them pickle for a little while, and those were amazing as well. Oh, here's another fun one. It was a pecan crusted salmon. That came out really good. I had a little bit too high of a heat for the breading because it was very basic. It was just flour mixed with crushed pecans and a little bit of salt and pepper on salmon. So I had the heat a little too high. I should have done it a little lower and slower, but it was delicious. So I don't regret it. Plating wise and how it looked, that's the only thing I regretted about it. And then you have my classics like ramen. I have way too many things of ramen. These ones, I need to get better at them. I made apple pie dumplings. I haven't done that either. I need to. I have the ingredients for it. I just haven't. Because my first goal was to make normal pasta. Normal. So I made this. This is all from scratch. It's a chicken Alfredo. I have a butcher shop not too far away. I just need to go ask them if they have them. Or if next time they butcher a pig, I can just get the bones. For a tonkatsu, the classic tonkatsu broth. But this one is homemade. And then, yeah, it's just a classic or traditional Alfredo sauce. So it's a mix of pasta water, butter, and cheese. And that's all it is. And it was delicious.
It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign
For tonkatsu?
or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east.
Gotcha.
I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower.
Yeah, there's quite a few butcher shops around here. It is kind of a slightly more rural area.
That's just it. I don't know if you've got
So there's
one,
quite a few butcher
but
shops here.
that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there.
Damn, it's not easy to ask somebody to give you the bone in your city.
What could this all mean?
Interesting. Gotcha. Alright. Now that we've done the thing and got the part where we can level up, we're gonna loot. Yeah, I do suppose at that point, just ordering online would be much more efficient. What the heck? Yeah, tonkotsu with like a traditional tonkotsu with bone broth is definitely something that I wish to do. And I have everything else for the... Oh, scheisse.
You. I remember you. You're the one.
I have the sodium
How
carbonate.
did you come back?
I have
How
the
did
flour.
you find me here?
I have... I don't know if they're good anymore because I didn't cook anything for almost a month. But I have eggs, and that's really all that you end up needing for ramen.
No, I had no idea anything like that would happen.
So, I just need to
Well,
make it.
Souls is bigger than one gnome's pet project. My employer pays for information about its progress. I just send the reports to make some money on the side.
I never wanted anyone to get hurt.
I promise you, if I knew who it was, I'd tell you. Sharing research is one thing, but academic sabotage is a crime. I never meant for anyone to get hurt, but at this point, what's a little more blood on my hands?
Dang. That's rough, buddy. For now, I think I'm probably going to end up eating a lot of the different foods that I have fresh produce for, just so they don't go bad. Ooh. That's not good enough to be worth it. Like lift to break at the wheels will reveal themselves after a time, making all of this reseal. Okay, we'll go with that. Also, Dame, what you might be able to do, depending on what's available, is if you do not have the ability to easily get just the bones, you might be able to find a tonkatsu like broth base where it's maybe a frozen or a dehydrated variation of it, and you could add that. Could be a potential as well. Stone candle mines. I'm going on an adventure. Yeah. I don't think that's the way to go. That's fair. I have to order a lot online if I want different, like, specifically, mostly foods from Asia in general. I need to order them online. Though I'm very lucky. We have a website here in the area that delivers pretty quick called Saywee, S-A-Y-W-E-E-E. And they deliver different foods pretty common. Like, it's pretty quick. It ships from like a state away, so it does not take long at all. Oh, this game, I forgot how fun the shotguns are. Such an interesting weapon design compared to a lot of games. Okay, hidden. Okay, okay. Ceremonial. That is, it's a might weapon. That's armor. Gotcha. Yeah, so far when I've done it, it's definitely not a... I think the closest is 5 to 6 hours, which I guess isn't that far off. Problem is, I have nerve damage in my hip. At least that's what it seems to be. I haven't had it officially done, however, my hip randomly doesn't respond anymore when I leg, and or it swells up. So I kind of have to avoid driving if I can. It's kind of annoying. But so far, the place that I've ordered those from, they've been super good. Everything's been really quick. Everything's been packaged really well. But what I like the most about there is I can get a lot of the snacks that I had when I was in Korea. I do need to make a trip down to my brother. And he has an H-Mart, which is a Korean market near him. And that place is amazing. look like a lot of things I'm not going to be using. It's a pity. Dun, 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 dun. Gnome corpse. Alright, let's see what I got. Glowing scepter. Minimum level 2. We'll switch to that at that point. Not a bad sword. It's funny, so we'll go with that for now until we can use the scepter. Chakrams. Armor. A better version of that. Okay, I can go with that. Powering gauntlets. Point 2. Alrighty. How did the game go? You able to get through it? I hope. Legend of Dead Kel.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure.
I get that.
Conscience of the summer fae.
I haven't really had the overwhelming urge to 100% a game for a while, but I think the last one that I did was Horizon Zero Dawn.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on.
See Nanny for alchemical goods.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade, likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way, even if she is a Fae. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly,
That's
I don't
fair.
know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds.
See, I would like to help the Fae.
Well, you're the only one.
Partially because I have slightly pointed
All the
ears
troubles
anyway.
we've suffered in this village, people are weary of
So,
adversity.
you know, to be determined.
They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional. There's a Fae named Eri. She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but I am a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal a Fae. If not, then we're back where we started. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are. Bye now.
Dun, 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 dun. Big hammer. Ooh. Chest. Ooh. I think I have too many things. I'm going to find
Will protect us.
in blacksmith. They were an injured person on the ground, groaning. As one does.
Tell Gisella if you see her husband.
Can I craft salvage? Oh, I don't think I have to do that for anything I don't want to actually use, do I? More sense than DBD.
What is it?
As John Cena says, are you sure about that?
Are you here for a weapon? Going to earn a lord's favor in this ridiculous war, are you? I was raised to know weapons before anything else. You won't meet many women who could fashion arrow fletchings before they could speak.
Can she not sell things?
I need a drink.
Oh, maybe this person?
Welcome to Goreheart, the last settlement before the Feylands. How can I fill your pack today?
Yeah, shop. Okay. Sell. Dagger skill. Agent, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Yeah, that's not me. Unlike, you know, the Glizzymeister, I don't do such things. I'm boring in the end. Oh, something. Wait, no. What does she sell? Birch staff, scepter.
Goodbye.
Crap. How are you doing, Agent? It's been a little while. Alright, let's see. They have everything. Guardian, I feel like that's not what I want. Light, wind, the moon. Sure. Don't know what that is, so we'll take that. Don't know what that is, don't know what that is. That looks like a hammer. Looks like a sword, a great sword. The valley. Truth. Ooh. Staff, the song. There seems to be like a lot of okay, we'll just go with these. Oh, that's a dope staff. I like it. I like it. So plus lightning damage, plus critical strike. Accessories. So what? Plus 5 health.
Come in. Care to part with some gold?
No, I care to make you part with some gold. Thank you very much. I don't know what that is. So we'll sell that. I'll break those down. Sell that, sell that, sell that. Oh, some miscellaneous.
Goodbye.
So
Stay indoors after sundown.
all right, let's see.
Enough of the oppression! Enough of the lies! Enough of the spiritual hoarding and claims of superiority! Matharu does not judge.
Ooh, good luck.
She loves. The bricks of St. Odwig's were laid upon a foundation of exclusion and hate. How else do you explain their fear? They know the walls will
Oops.
topple.
Welcome to St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes. Although, one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid. So perhaps Matharu is at work. We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Feylands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. Take Brother Egan, for example. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens.
Sure.
Matharu be
We'll go on every
praised.
side quest because
His
I have
order
no
reigns.
self-control.
Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fey ruins. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms. Egan was last seen in the woods
All right, be quiet.
outside. May Matharu
Off we go.
protect you.
Damn Red Legion.
Ooh. What are these little guys? Apparently they do not like fire. Blackstone token. Physical resistance, elemental resistance, +1 sorcery. Okay. Don't have to tell me twice. See these little guys. They died very easily. Apparently they don't have whatever that fate stuff was. we are going up a hill. It's a chapel, bunkhouse, reliquary. Oof. Does that mean you gotta go through it again? I believe you can get it though. You'll get this. Don't worry.
I don't know if what the Fae say about these stones is true, but if it is, well, this is just too good to not save forever. Lystrom was out of town when Artol was visiting. Now, Lystrom doesn't know Artol, and Artol is older and strange. She could be mistaken for a Fate Weaver. So, when Lystrom came back to town, here was Artol the Oracular. I said to Lystrom, I hear her readings are amazing. You should go. Oh my, you should have seen it. A rooster, she said, will change into a man, and this man will become your lover. He will provide for you,
Hopefully.
and he will make you laugh, and he will make your life exciting and easier. But, and this is something you can never...
May your hollow gods keep you mortal. I am called Aerie. Your face is new to me. You're different from those in Gorhart. They amuse me, and I strive to learn all I can from them.
You have a very
Have
interesting
you come to ask about the Tuatha?
vocal cadence.
I can offer only what I know, and hope it will suffice. I wandered the forest for many seasons, listening to lore stones of the great ballads. Before that, I dwelled in the gardens of Issa. I prefer the quiet of this village, the mirth of the witless. Feylands? Yes, I've heard these words before, but do not understand their meaning. There are only Fey, and there is only land. I do find Almain's sentiments so charming. Yes, I witnessed this crime, although I did not recognize the one who perpetrated it. It is often difficult to distinguish one mortal from another. The victim was Illuvia, but I knew her only by name. You must be hoping that I can offer advice, but I cannot. If she is meant for the Great Cycle, then so be it. However, I would be quite interested to find out whether one of my kind would benefit from one of your mortal remedies. I've always wondered. It will need to be powerful. Your delicate forms are far more sensitive than ours. In fact, it's astounding that you survive as long as you do. Perhaps your mortal apothecary can provide one. You can always create the potion yourself if you possess the skill. Farewell.
Off we go to find a potion. Oh, and loot, apparently. Chakrams in this game are so satisfying. Jeez. That was the vendor of the blacksmith. That is... It's an inn? Do they have apothecary here?
Times are hard, but hard times
Maybe he must be part of a
if
faction.
you have the sword and stomach for
War
this sort
sworn.
of work, we could use. Some may try. You'll find those who have taken the. You could head straight to earn it. Bring me proof you've dealt with them. Osgard, bring me their.
Okay.
Need something?
Person. Upstairs, perhaps.
Do you need my touch?
Uh.
I am Katrin. Do you require my healing touch in mind, body, or both?
Oh.
Be safe.
That's just the healer you can spend money to get healed from.
I'm exhausted.
It's not an apothecary, in fact. Suppose the place that says alchemist is what I'm looking for.
You there? Do you feel nauseous? Itchy? Have you noticed any blood leak? No, this situation could not be any worse. If the Red Legion, I'm sure I have a vial somewhere in this cottage, but I do not have the time to search for it. I'm sorry. Why ask questions when you could never understand? If you must, only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my... I do not deserve... I'm not... Once you've ensured Karth's safe, goodbye.
So the odds that you'll be caught. I haven't saved yet.
Welcome to Gorehart.
Go up the stairs, go up the stairs. Perfect.
Need supplies?
Where are you?
Hi. What is it? You made it. Just in time, too. Give me the potion. It will help, but it's not enough. Someone must go to the Fae and explain what happened here. One small misunderstanding and we'll no longer just be strangers to the Fae. We'll be enemies. She is a member of the House of Ballads. If one of their own was killed by a mortal, the House of Ballads and its king would... You're turning out to be very helpful. Rumor says that the House of Ballads has its headquarters not far from here. It's east of here. Farewell.
Oh. Interesting.
I miss her so much.
Alright. Let's see. There should be someone in there, and then... Okay, apprentice. Yeah, we'll go to the apprentice. Jeez, it's almost 10.
I have a secret to tell you. I am not sad. When I was a girl, my father used to tell me that when you grow old with someone, you tie your fates together and create a pattern that is part yours and part theirs.
These facings, I'm not
My father
sneaky, I
said
don't
that
care,
this is
disarm
why when
traps,
an
I
old
don't
person
care
dies,
that much.
their partner is never far behind. But I do not feel that way. I feel free.
Persuade is usually very powerful. I feel like gear increases is going to be the preference for me. Charge entropy at Maelstrom attacks. Fate. Spark of Flame. We'll go make that stronger for now. Sorcery. 11. I don't know why I do that. I don't have any alchemy points, so I will probably... I say that, and then I get some. Much lower chance.
What you doing down here? Don't you know Agna Farhold is haunted by the spirits of the Arathi? So, are you foolish or just stupid? Oh, I see. The Twisted Gnome has found herself. Nanny always was a fool. So immersed in her work that she felt at this very moment they're moving. Poor Nanny. So trusting. So I'm sorry.
Ooh. I can break people's fate. Start you. Just... Well, whatever that dude's fate was, it no longer is a thing. Hello. Number. Burn, baby, burn. It's a disco inferno. Ads are apparently starting about a minute and a half, so we will pause at that time. Kind of figure out what's going to happen after that, because it is 10 p.m. here, because of my weird shift, and then I start at 7 a.m. tomorrow. So I have to be at work at 7, so... we'll at least try to get through this
hard to
place.
believe. But you can accept the strangest fact that you were wrong. Yes, but that and this endless vacuity is horrible. The ancient ones were here. They delivered themselves
Yeah.
into the world. The time-worn cycle.
I wish it
turns
was the
with ages.
opposite,
The
where
seasons
my
drift along the stream.
shift
They wait for
ended
the
at
past. The future brings the
3:30
falling
one day
storm.
and then started at
This
10
is
the
no
next, but
place
not.
for a home for anyone.
It ends at 7 p.m. and then starts at 7 a.m. Gives a nice amount of time for sleeping, you know? But I will at least finish the quest of this area before I go. I have to say, this fight would smell so bad afterward. Because I'm using a fire. Oof. See, I try, and at least Saturday. Saturday's usually been consistent. Sunday I want to, but I'm sometimes just too exhausted. Most of the time, actually. And then my goal is Tuesdays, Thursdays, but that really hasn't happened because I'm like, hey, I'll start doing this, and then my work has give me a really random schedule. So, like next week, during the week, I will not be able to do anything unless I start in the morning. I'm glad you could come in. No, I'm not the most entertaining. I have a very
Lovingly this place was crafted.
lack of
You see the lights,
emotional.
the mystic halls of ordered reality? They are the faces of the missing, the embodied truth of the lost souls. There are so many of them. Still, you can see
I don't
them.
have many of them.
They are like pathetic charades. Some with good intentions, and you can't fault them that. But the majority of them are just a hoax. Needless to say, I don't like it here. You could have stayed free and lived a comfortable life, but you couldn't
Yeah.
settle a disquiet that haunts people like you.
And I do definitely appreciate the mention and or idea of doing like books. I think that would be really fun. I did say I'm going to... Oh, geez, that's... They're way out there. Alright, we're gonna go there. Oh, there are ads, though. And I didn't notice. Even though I said that they're gonna start. I'm glad. I could always switch it up. Just talk like the Joker all the time. Imagine listening to an entire book spoken like that. While we wait for the ads. One more minute. Let's see who is around. It says 16 seconds. Ah, they should all be done. Alright. So as I said, I will finish this quest, which is destroying all of the alchemical region boxes before I do head out. Because I like completing things before I am done for the day. A little peace of mind. But yeah, a lot of the fantasy worlds, like the fights would be so worse than medieval fighting. Because medieval fighting is brutal because you have just people being chopped up. You know, a lot of the bleeding and all that. Not that great. What that also means is you have situations where bodily functions no longer keep things in. So in general, melee fighting such as that is not very pleasant. In a medieval world, you not only have that, but you'd also have people burning because of fire magic. Hair burning is not a great smell.
Fenian cycles kept. The exploits of this maiden's role, a burdensome and heavy toll.
Ooh, empowering. What's that give
She
you?
lived among the mortal clans and bargained with their kind. Throughout the town, they stood in fear of the brilliant fighter near.
We like more health and more mana regen. There are 3 more. Ooh, loot. What's this? Oh, he's the brother dude. We'll talk to him in a second. We're just gonna shice him. Going to steal this loot. Go back and talk to this guy.
Yes? What could a mortal vagabond need with Casmaran, the eternal messenger of the Fey folk? Speak! My time may be of the ages, but it is still precious. I'm new to the Feylands. Until I joined the mission, I'd never even... I want to
this
visit
guy's
the Gardens
insane.
of Issa to meet no... Wait! Father Dinwell sent you, didn't he? Old fool. His path to power, they are named Finna and Arbos, and they have sworn to share. In exchange, they want an ancient treasure buried in the caverns of Waterhall Down. I'll retrieve it. Fine, if you want to be so noble, but don't expect any of the Goodbye now.
I am not, in fact, going to follow him. We're going to go destroy the things. We're going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm not going to be distracted. I'm working on it. I'm working on not distracting myself. And these people... Hello there. Hello. Hello. Come over here. Is this... Oh, we're gonna hit... Okay. Oh, we love XP and removing people from existence in the timeline. Because that's what I think this is, because the whole point of it is like you're not tied to your fate. You can make your own fate, and you can also cut people off from fate. So if I do that, I'm literally deleting them from timelines. Which is great. Okay. Oh, scheiße. All right. Oh, that's a scepter. Add to junk. Okay, and then we go junk. Destroy all. Yes. Normally get nothing, which I hate. Not keeping loot or money from my loot. What's in here? Items. Okay. Follow that dude. We're just going to Arden's Hut. Guard. Yes. Fast travel for the win. Okay. First, we'll dismantle anything that has to do with magical items, even though I don't think birch works later on. Scepter. Birch. 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 Cotton. Because we have like the pre-order or special edition version of things, I don't think anything I have or will be able to make will be anything better. I probably should level up blacksmith if I want to actually craft. Frostguard. I'll never use these.
Goodbye.
All right. There's that. Go back to the alchemist. It's kind of an apology for stealing stuff from the alchemist, as we'll do a quest for them. And apparently shoot lightning bolts.
Everyone in Gorehart is talking about the... It is all thanks to you. You found the formula and destroyed it. Now, you may think you understand the impact of this act, but you truly do not. You are a friend to this village and to me, Nanny Henry. Take this. It is not much, but it gives you an idea of my gratitude.
Cool.
Goodbye.
What do you...
Go outside. Save. And then... we'll call it there, because I do need to go to sleep, because I have an early day tomorrow, but I'm going to try to be online Saturday and potentially Sunday. Much earlier in the day. So, want to do that? We're gonna go rate a buddy who just became live. Just make sure I type everything right because it's not a at. Yes. So, if you want to copy this, feel free. It should be things everyone can use, which is why I have it right now until I get such a time that I have my own emotes, which I need to make because I'm lazy and I don't have any energy. So, and I'm sure like half of you are there already. So, we're going to speed this up. I hope you have a wonderful evening and get some good rest. See you later.